Hey everybody, this is Miss Huggins. I wanted to talk to you today about Op Art. Many of you have already learned about this in my art classroom, so this will be a chance for you to challenge your parents or maybe teach a younger sibling how to do this. I'm really sorry that we're not able to have art today, but I thought that hopefully you'll have some time at home and we can all have fun together doing these art tutorial videos. So today, I want you to think back on the famous artist, Bridget Riley. We talked about how she would create art during the Op Art movement or Optical Art movement back during the 1960s. And she would create designs that would give the illusion of movement. And so what I was telling you guys is that in a minute, we will see things, we will see lines coming together where it almost plays a trick on our eye. It will play a trick on our eyes into thinking that we're seeing shape or movement. So let's all we'll get out our art supplies, we'll get our paper, pencil. Hopefully you've got some colored pencils with you for later. So right now, we'll start with our paper going sideways rather than tall. Make it go this way. And you want to create a curvy line in the middle. Think rolling hills, not roller coaster. Okay, so don't get too carried away. The next thing would be to add 9 dots to this space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now those don't have to be very large at all, just as long as you can see them. The next thing will be connecting the dots or creating, I'm calling them happy faces and frowny faces. So if you're above the line, it's going to be like a frown, connecting the dots. And each time you do this, you want to go left to right and go all the way across. Uh-oh, I missed. That one was supposed to be a little bit longer. So you'll want to make it stretch all the way to the dot. If it's underneath, it'll be a happy face. And that will be all the way down, and then all the way up to the top will be frowny faces. This project does take a while, so be consistent. Always go left to right. And after I get to this step, this is okay that there's a little bit of space left here, but once I get up here, I want to make these lines look a little bit more like this, slightly closer together. And I'm being consistent about how I'm leaving space in between. I'm trying to leave about the same amount of space each time. Okay, so when you get to this stage, you want to be neat about it, not get sloppy. Because if you started doing this and you started trying to get in a hurry, that is not going to help. That's not going to work, because we want these shadows created here. You don't have to connect to the dots each time. You don't have to go all the way to the bottom. But if you're going in the right direction, this shadow is going to, over time, it will appear. And that's what we want. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit sloppy. I need to slow down. Maybe it's because I'm talking and doing this all at the same time. But here we go. We're gonna fill up each column. Some of these columns are going to continuously get skinnier as you go up. Some of them are going to get wider as you go up. And that is okay. That's actually going to create more interest. That will be okay. Perfectly okay. When you're drawing these lines, I do not want you to press down hard with your pencil. So promise me that you're not going to press down hard with your pencil, because you might need to erase just until you get the hang of it. So just please try to not press down hard with the pencil. All right, so I'm going to continue all the way down and all the way to the top. And then when I'm at the stage where my paper's filled and I'm thinking about shading it in and coloring, I want to cover up all of my pencil lines. I don't want any of the ugly old pencil lines to be showing, so I can either trace it with a Sharpie or a colored pencil. All right, so here is what your end result might look like. This is my completed art project, and this was done on purpose. I actually meant to leave some of the spaces white. That wasn't because of laziness, that was just because it was done on purpose, and I thought that I would leave some breaks in between and make it into a pattern. So plan this, as long as you're planning it and doing it purposefully and not just leaving white spaces just because you don't want to color it all, then that'll be okay. All right, so when I'm ready to shade in, remember those shadows I told you about. This is going to be your darkest area of colored pencil. All right, so I'm going to darken it in. It'll almost turn into like our own little miniature value scale, and you'll have dark green or dark blue or dark purple. Those would be good colors, but you could use other colors as well. And then lighten it up and not use as much pressure as you come towards the center. So I'm pressing down, but then I'm lightening up a little bit, and then I'm coming towards the center, and it's becoming a light green, light green, almost no green, and then it's white. You'll just leave the center white. All right. I did miss something though. This is an ugly pencil line that I want to trace. All right, see how much better that's gonna look once everything is traced? We do not want those ugly pencil lines. All right, so I hope that gives you an idea of how to shade. And I did 2 together. I could leave this space white and then do 2 more green here. Just plan out how you're going to color. You can use cool colors here, and then do 1 column warm, cool color warm, just however you want to do it. Or you can do like I did with mine and just choose 1 color throughout. All right, so since we've been talking about optical art, kind of like optical illusions, I wanted to show you one more thing that you could do. You can trace your hand, and we'll create a different type of optical illusion art. First, trace your hand with a pencil. Right in the middle of your page, and also leave a little bit of your wrist showing. Next, you'll use a ruler to create some lines. But you don't want those straight lines to go through the hand. So whenever you come up to a part of the hand, you'll stop and then pick it back up on the other side. All right, so just move. This doesn't have to be an exact measurement, just eyeball it if you think you're okay with just kind of eyeballing the distance in between the lines. And then I'll show you what to do with the middle of the hand. This is going to create the illusion that the hand is coming off the page. So what you'll need to do is finish up your straight lines and then add some slightly curved lines on the hand. All right, so let's say that you're coming up on the fingers. You would use this space in between the fingers to connect the straight lines to curved lines. All right, so let's say you want to do here to here, here to here, here to here, and there would be a very small straight line there, here to here, here to here, and then here would need to stretch to there, here to here, here to here, and then connect all of those. So you see now, with all of these lines coming together, gives the illusion that the hand is coming off the paper. All right, so here's what the end result would look like if you've done this with Sharpie, which I recommend that you do, because it's going to make it even more bold. And then just like with this project, you decide what colors you want to use. And I would recommend doing 2 different colors, every other one, color or pattern. All right, so I think that's going to do it for optical art for today. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you.